Alrighty then, we're here today looking at another puzzle game. Not one of my favorites like Puzzle Bobble, but you know what? It's pretty damn good. This is Magical Drop. I think this is actually Magical Drop 3. Either way, this series is a unique take on the genre. You can see high Japanese animation influence here on all the weird characters. Oh shit, yeah. Look at that sun guy. Giant statues, huge castles, little angel chicks, hot girls, weird wizard guys that look strangely effeminate, people with third eyes, because that's a thing that happens. You know, it's got everything. Magical Drop has everything. Magical Drop Trace by Data East. Data East in the late 80s and early to mid 90s was a powerhouse in the arcade scene. They made all sorts of great hits, and this was their puzzle entry. I think that this series might have actually been meant for the Neo Geo. Don't quote me on that, but I seem to remember seeing Magical Drop in one of those Neo Geo arcade machines as a teenager. But regardless, as you can see, the game has a very strange mechanic. I mean, it's similar. In Puzzle Bobble, for example, the main mechanic of the game was to... There's a pile of bubbles at the top of the screen, and if you don't hurry up and pop them all, you have to throw bubbles of the connecting color to the adjacent colored bubbles, and get them to pop and disappear and clear the screen. And if you don't clear the screen fast enough, the top of the screen will just lower and lower and lower until you're fucked. Well, this game, look at that. High Priestess, Empress, Emperor, Lovers. As you can see, a lot of these characters are actually kind of weird anime send-ups to tarot cards. Yep. Oh, Jesus, yep. Why not? You know what? Let's go with the chest power. Why not? Plus 10 boob stats, because that's anime for you. But in this game, it has a similar mechanic. There you go, tarot cards. Where, you know, if you don't hurry the fuck up, the top of the screen is just going to keep dropping and dropping and dropping. But in this, it's quite more frantic. And as you can see, instead of Puzzle Bobble's mechanic where you just throw bubbles and try to angle them right to hit correctly, in this you collect the, you know, connecting colors up and then throw them at other colors. And as you can see, look how fast that shit drops. That shit comes down at a fairly rapid pace. And it's a fun game. It's a fun game, but I would argue that it's tougher than Puzzle Bobble. And for people who like games that are harder, you know what? That might be your bag. For people who like a bit of a more leisurely pace where they can just kind of chill out and play a game like this, like me, maybe Puzzle Bobble is your way to go. Bust a move, as it's called in North America. I just always thought Puzzle Bobble sounded better. But yeah, there were, to my knowledge, only 3 Magical Drop games. There might have been more, but there was, I'm pretty sure, only 3 in the arcades. They all came out in the mid-90s or thereabouts. And there was some ports on, I think, like Sega Saturn maybe, definitely PlayStation 1. I'm sure maybe they got tossed into some kind of fucking collection later on. But yeah, this, in general, I don't think this series is as well known as Bust a Move, certainly not Dr. Mario, or Tetris, or even something like Capcom's Street Fighter-based Puzzle Fighters game, you know, like Super Puzzle Fighter Turbo, or whatever the hell it's called. But, yeah. This is a pretty neat game, though. Ha! It has an attempt at some sort of story elements, which most puzzle games obviously don't bother with, because, you know, why would they? But it's novel. It's novel to to try and throw that in there. I always thought it was neat in Super Puzzle Fighter when the little fighters above the puzzle field, if you will, when you do big chain combos, they would do moves against each other, and so it would kind of play out like a fighting match. And I guess in a way this is similar. You know, the characters do different animations as you manage to clear more. You do big combos and it kind of fucks them more. And conversely, if they do big chain combos, like, you get more fucked. The animations are hilarious. There you go, boom! There you go. I have no idea what your little character is supposed to be. The guy who actually collects and throws the bubbles. I guess it's a fucking jester or something. But, oh, this guy looks like he means business. Look at that fucking lion helmet. This guy's serious. I am definitely not as experienced at Magical Drop as I am with Bust-A-Move, Puzzle Bobble. Because, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like it. It's just, I love Puzzle Bobble. It's my favorite puzzle series, so obviously I played it a lot more. I'm a lot better at it. And, yeah, this game is frantic. You really have to be on your shit. You really have to be on your shit, and even sometimes that doesn't help. You can still get fucked. I would say that there's one way in which this series is actually easier, not harder, than Puzzle Bobble, and that is that if you notice, you know, you don't have to sit and puzzle out how you're gonna fucking angle a shot to hit the right colors or even find the right colors. In this, finding the right colors is not as much of a problem. You just grab whatever of the same color you can and try to throw it at a fucking nearby same color, right? So in that sense, it's easier, I think, but it's definitely harder because the columns drop faster and it's a lot more frantic. You are playing against basically a PC opponent instead of just the puzzle itself, and so you've got something actively working against you the whole time, and the chain combos can really fuck you up and pile it on your side of the screen. So yeah, I mean, you know. Look at that poor little dude. Having to carry all those balls. Bam! I guess he wasn't so tough after all. So, that's the game. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here, because this will probably just go on forever until I get my ass kicked. And there you go. I will see you next time.